wouldn't feel safe going into a hospital like Grey's Anatomy. I assume that's the name of the hospital. If I ever got injured in Seattle, I would just prefer to refuse help. You can legally do that. Just because if I was sent there, I'd be so nervous of people having ghost sex on my body while the bullets were being taken out of my dick. How'd I get a bullet in my penis? I don't know. You tell me, Dad. They're not professionals. Everyone there just seems to be some sort of alcoholic freak who goes to the bar next door and just drinks. And they're like not even fully doctors yet. And it's just so trashy. You're cool with it. That's fine because of boobs. You know who I really miss is Frankie Muniz, the king of alcoholic worksmanship. I really feel like Dr. Cox would have fixed that hospital in like a day. The show would just be called Scrubs. Scrubs is better. Shonda rhymes with mediocre writing. Speaking of Scandal, it's a show seemingly about nothing. In the way that Seinfeld at least had plots, this just was kind of random bullshit. It was so much rapid fire dialogue. The first scene with random girl, I don't care what her name was, and random guy, if you've seen the show, you'll know exactly who I'm talking about. They're having this conversation, and it was very much like David Bowie in Labyrinth. When he's singing, he's like, tell me about the babe. And the goblins are like, what babe? The babe with the power. What power? The power of voodoo. Voodoo, hoodoo, yes. And everyone's dancing. And you got a big old David Floppy Bowie flopping around, hitting people in the face. And nobody talks that fast in real life. Nobody could actually function having conversations like that. They've almost like trained the actors to not breathe. Just take one big breath in, and then their last exhale will be at the end of the season. One of my favorite parts of Scandal was this one guy who's digging up a bunch of dirt on this other guy. It really doesn't matter who these people are. He's a reporter, I think, and he has evidence about this other guy who's probably a politician for a murder. I know you're a murderer, and I have the evidence to put you away right here in this bag. This is the only copy of it. Let me turn my back to you and just look through this evidence for a while. I hope you don't stab me with scissors. So the guy goes and grabs a pair of scissors, and he stabs him in the jugular really hard. So he's just like on the floor with scissors in his jugular, slowly bleeding out. Main girl from the beginning comes in, forgets all of her 4-H Girl Scout training, pulls it out, and he dies in like a second because all the blood just goes flowing out. It seems like his itinerary probably when he woke up, don't get stabbed with scissors, go to the guy's house, get stabbed with scissors, show evidence, not necessarily in this order. I was vaguely listening in on seasons 2 and 3 while my cats were watching it. They really got into it. They wouldn't eat for days on end, and they would cry when it got really dark outside. Should probably check on my cats.